Alright guys, we're not even going to wait for anybody to appear because we already know there's going to be a large audience view. We'll just start getting right into this interview. We are here on top of Facebook Hill, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot the camera that way. And you guys could take a view of camp. Now here's what's left of camp. And oh, there we go. We got one person, 27 people now. But here it is, guys. If you're just tuning in, we gonna go ahead and do a reality check of camp life update. Now you can see they cleared out major portions of this camp which was abandoned, and let's say we'll give an estimate of about 45% percentage of, we would say, infiltrators that are just walking amongst everybody here. So the tensions are, you know, everybody's on high alert. Alright guys, we got cut off there for about 30 seconds, I believe. Now this is just a continuous shot of camp. We got a big mobile, look like a charter bus right there. We got a lot of foundation structures. We got a lot of big buildings that were pretty much just built right on the floodplain area. Now the thing about the flood, I want to point this out to everybody who thinks they can predict the weather, the future, who think and believe that they can predict what Mother Nature can throw at us. You are all wrong. We can never tell if this whole place is going to flood. It's up to Mother Earth to decide. She's the final, let's say, judge of all of this movement here. If she wants this to flood, she will allow it to flood. If she's not going to let it flood, it will not flood. So trying to use that for scare tactics, it don't work for water protectors, because we all believe that if Mother and the water, everything we're fighting for, if they want us to leave camp, I believe that it would flood. But I doubt that's going to happen anytime very soon. Now it's just all part of this elaborate scare tactics that they're using on us water protectors. They're, you know, putting in that fear in our minds so we can go ahead and leave camp, turn on each other, steal from each other, take from each other. It's survival mode, yeah, I understand. But I want to say this out right now to everybody who was here in this time. Now, as this camp's being, you know, supposedly just getting cleared out, there's a lot of abandoned structures here and teepees. Now, no one's no angel. I've personally witnessed, you know, Standing Rock people, you know, young and old, come on various parts of these camps here and just take tents, take teepees that no one's not going to use them. I understand that. Or maybe they were coming back, because there's a lot of talk of people were going to come back and get their things, but they were already taken, disappeared. And I just found this out last night that even a horse was stolen from camp here. The owner has been walking around all of the camps, and she's been trying to find her horse that was given to her from the camp here. Now, she knows her horse, and by the looks of it, I seen her. That horse is gone. Someone took the horse. So with that, there is theft going on in this camp. But don't let that stop you from coming and standing in solidarity. Come and bring back this camp full of life, joy, happiness, and all the negativity will just fade away. It's not going to stay forever. But camp life here is going good. People here are they're surviving. They're doing what they gotta do to survive. I could see taking things from other places and moving it over here on this side of camp, or taking it from here, moving over here, to utilize it more to also, to push forward what we're doing here, protecting the planet and protecting our sacred sites and continuing the fight. Yeah, I could see if you took something, but we're still using it to fight this big fight. But if you're taking stuff and you go all the way back down on Standing Rock, and you go ahead and you take them to your front yard or your backyard, or you selfishly just take them for your own self, and you take them back to your home in one of the communities or even beyond Standing Rock. Now, you guys out there who probably watch my feeds, think about what you're doing. Look at this camp. What more could we do to it? Take away, things we could utilize here. How dare you take those and take them back to your homes? You do that, you're just as bad as those people way up there on the hills. Because that's what they're doing. They're taking without asking. They're taking everything. So you think about that, people of Standing Rock and people of this movement. You guys think about that when you're at home, benefiting off all the supplies or whatever that the camp had here. You guys think about that when you took a generator or you took a teepee poles. Oh, we're back on now. All right, guys, that was camp. The realities of camp and what's been going on, what's been taking place here. It's still a movement for the future. All these things that you hear about the camp, don't let that scare you from coming. Come and change it. Come and be a part of something bigger. Now, we just got back into camp, and through the grapevine, I don't know if any other media people were around, but they should have whipped up the Facebook Live. They should have ran up to Dave Archambault and shook his hand and said, "Dave, what brings you here to Oceti?" But apparently he was here with his truck and with a group of people. Well, not a lot of people, but enough to fit in a truck. But that's what I heard. So you guys could figure it out yourself. But if it was true, what's Dave doing here? Now, is he kind of being an infiltrator himself? Or is he actually starting to have a change of mind? On the good things about it, I want to believe it. I want to believe that Dave is stepping out of the darkness and he's looking at the camp for direction and for refocusing our future. And I believe Dave, he wants to see the light again. He is a good man. And whatever Dave decides to do from here on to the future, whatever journey and path he takes, it's gonna be a path just specially made for him. And he's gonna have lessons learned, and he's gonna learn a lot of things. He's gonna experience a lot of new things. So, Dave, if you ever listen to Facebook Live feeds, address the BIA. It looks like the BIA is taking A lot of stuff out of the book of Morton County. Now, Dave, listen, Dave. If you want to help the tribe, you want to support your tribe, you want to be in a position to lead a nation to do great things, don't forget about the water protectors and don't forget about this camp. Use them and use this and refocus it and make the tribe a lot better. You could do a lot of things. Even if you take money, use it for the common good of the people. Start putting better programs out there. You know, help the veterans, help the youth. Get that youth, the Boys and Girls Club, the theater in McLaughlin. Get that going. There's a lot of issues, yes, on Standing Rock here. I could see you made a clear point to put out the fire and to close everybody's eyes on what's going on here at camp. But Dave, don't do that. Just come back to the camp and give a good speech. You know, the more you don't say nothing and the more you hide in the tribal building and the more you go and do things without acknowledging the people with the truth, the more it'll get worse for you. Understand it, man. You know, if you are doing everything good for the tribe and being the honest leader to help Standing Rock come out of the red tape, to help Standing Rock prosper, then be the good leader and tell the people, tell the world your true feelings and your inner thoughts. Tell the people that at times you cry, and tell the people at times you're sad because you make these decisions that you say you have no control over, but yes you do. You have all the control because no one controls you, Dave. You only do. So whatever decisions you act upon and take into actions within these camps or outside these camps, do it with good intentions and do it in a good way. And be that positive leader. Be that positive individual that we can all look up to and give back to the people. Give back to the people, because the people are here and the people still support you. You just gotta step out of that darkness and come back into the light and relight the fire, even though the fire is already burning within all our water protectors' hearts. So with that all said, we hope within the next few days that something good's gonna come out of this. Something good is gonna come out of this. Morton County's pretty much at the doorstep of Oceti. They're looking in the peephole. They're literally just right up there. They don't even need binoculars no more. They don't even need a scope no more. They just look right outside like we are to the camp here and they're watching us. That's the reality of camp. Will there be a raid? We will never know. The only people that know are the people that want to raid us. Let's go ask them. But in time, we will know. But don't allow that to make you feel down, make you feel terrible, make you feel bad. Use that and empower every individual around you and share all these live feeds and be about it. There you go. Hey, we're back on again. Sorry guys, they cut us off there for a while. We were just getting too strong and powerful there. All right guys, we're gonna end it there, and we got a special guest all the way from California. I would like to introduce you guys to Will Ritten. He was one of many of the water protectors that got arrested, along with Chase and of course Steven. And he just joined too, Steven. But he was one of, he can tell you the insights, the happenings. He'll tell you his story of what happened on top of the last child warrior camp. Here you go.
Hey everybody out there, thanks for joining us today. Yeah, I just want to share a little bit about my experience of standing out there on Last Child with Chase Iron Eyes and with about 70 other of our fellow brother and sister warriors to erect 7 teepees in a sacred ceremony, making a statement about, you know, treaty rights, making a statement about how we're still here standing, making a statement to DAPL that no matter how small our numbers get, you know, we're dedicated and we are here to protect the water.
There you go. Go ahead, continue. Go ahead.
So, standing up there on top of the Last Child Hill, we were in a race against DAPL to complete our ceremony. And, you know, once you begin a ceremony, especially in such a holy manner, it has to be completed. And you could see DAPL lining up at the Barricade on 1806, which they said they were going to open, you know, a long time ago. Coming in, they were gathering their forces, bringing in military vehicles, all their cars, really bringing the house. They brought down the bulldozer. We were watching from atop, and you can see them starting to pull apart the cement blocks that are the Barricade right now. And it really, you know, really reminded me and got me in touch with what our ancestors must have gone through. You know, imagining them being on top of a mountain watching the enemy come in, and to feel that impending sense of doom or honor, you know, bravery, courage, fear, whatever it is, you know, you could feel that. And I could feel what it would look like, you know, looking through their eyes, to see them coming in, to see them getting closer, and to know there really was nowhere to go. You know, we were getting surrounded, and we knew that up there. So, you know, we're standing there watching it, and in the background, you know, we're still trying to race them, still trying to complete these teepees. You know, we had brothers and sisters there, our elders, singing songs around the sacred fire. And yeah, eventually they ended up taking down the Barricade. We ended up getting flanked on one side by a large amount of them, all with their riot gear, you know, with their weapons out. And we had nothing. We were in prayer, we were in song, we were in peace. And it was just a beautiful experience, an incredible experience to be able to share that with our fellow water protectors that are out here, to make that statement, to stand, you know, in the fear of what everybody is afraid of. And, you know, they came in on us, they got in close, they were aggressive, they were, you know, very aggressive, loud, intimidating. There were game wardens there. There was state police there, and there was Martin County there. You know, there was a lot of them there. You know, one of the greatest things I think that happens, though, when, you know, we come in contact with the law enforcement or with DAPL, is that we're able to connect with them. We can look at them in the eyes. And the truth is, the way I feel about it is, those are our brothers over there as well. Those are our sisters. That's our family. You know, our lost family, our lost brothers, our lost sisters. They're confused. And while they were about to start pulling us apart, picking us off one by one, I could see one of their officers started crying. I could see tears coming down his eyes. And he couldn't stop. He wouldn't stop crying as he was watching us sing around the sacred fire that we had built. Tears were just coming down his eyes. And that's part of the battle. That's part of, you know, what we're doing against Black Snake, as far as opening up hearts. And one of his fellow officers saw him crying, stood in front of him so that we couldn't see, but we knew that we were connecting with them, opening up their hearts, which is part of this battle. Because if they don't see, if they don't open their eyes, if they don't wake up, this is just going to continue on and on. So yeah, they took us in Morton County, 72 of us, which was it was also a very surreal experience. We were still united, we were still bonded with all our brothers and sisters. We were in song and peace and prayer the whole time. They were pretty rough with us. Some of us had a real hard time, especially with the zip tie cuffs, made them real tight. Bus ride was miserable, super cold. We were all in one layer. I don't want to give too many details about it, but because I have the court date coming up. But yeah, that was that experience. I've been here about over 100 days, over the span of like 5 months now. And what brought me out here was I pretty much got pulled out here. I got pulled out here. We're in a race. We're in a race against time right now. We don't have that much time left. And I know there is a lot of politics getting involved. I know there's a lot of turmoil, a lot of conflict, a lot of obscurity on the situation that's dissuading people from wanting to be involved, wanting to come.
And let's say we'll give an estimate of about 45% percentage of, we would say, infiltrators that are just walking amongst everybody here. So the tensions are, everybody's on high alert. Camp. And oh, there we go. We got one person, 27 people now. But here it is, guys. If you're just tuning in, we gonna go ahead and do a reality check of camp life update. Now you can see they cleared out major portions of this camp, which was abandoned. Alright guys, we got cut off there for about 30 seconds, I believe. Now this is just a continuous shot of camp. We got a big mobile, look like a charter bus right there. We got a lot of Alright guys, we're not even going to wait for anybody to appear because we already know there's going to be a large audience view. We'll just start getting right into this interview. We are here on top of Facebook Hill, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the camera that way, and you guys could take a view of camp. Now here's what's left of foundation structures. We got a lot of big buildings that were pretty much just built right on the floodplain area. Now the thing about the flood, I want to point this out to everybody who thinks they can predict the weather, the future, who think and believe that they can predict what Mother Nature can throw at us. You are all wrong. We can never tell if this whole place is going to flood. It's up to Mother Earth to decide. She's the